In previous sections, we talked about various definitions of vortex breakers, its types, their comparison, and we looked into the various applications of vortex breaker in process industry. In this section, we are going to talk about various effects of vortices, right, on flow. So, in this section also, we'll move in a similar manner. First, we'll look at the literature part. We'll try to understand various effects and why we are using, why it is important uh, to use this vortex breaker. Again, after that, we will look at the quiz section also. So we will have few multiple choice questions. Along with that, we'll look at the explanations also. So first part, we are going to look at the literature part. We'll first try to understand various effects of vortices on flow, right? So let us look at various reasons why vortex is formed, and if it is formed, why it is undesirable in the fluid systems. So it is obstructing the smooth flow. Once, suppose if you look at this picture, suppose this is not there, this vortex breaker is not there, then there will be formation of vortices at the openings when we are starting draining off these vessels or tanks. So these vortices will be formed. Now once these are formed, this will create obstruction to the smooth flow. There will not be any smooth flow out of these nozzles, right, which can cause many things. For example, there may be a decrease in flow rate, and it can lead to inefficient operation of the system. So the obstruction of smooth flow will not be there. I mean, it will be obstructing the smooth flow. Once the vortices are formed, then there will be obstruction of the flow, which is not desirable. Second is entrapment, air entrapment or gas entrapment. Two-phase flow it can cause, right? Whenever there will be vortices, uh, when it rotates, there will be a low pressure. So there, once there is a low pressure, then there can be entrapment of air or any gases. So ultimately, it can cause two-phase flow also, which we don't want. So once there is a two-phase flow, which is not desirable, this can, for example, if it's pump system, then it can decrease the efficiency. It can increase corrosion rate and unstable flow, which we already discussed with the last point also. So these are few of the things which we don't want in the system. Third point is the erosion of pipes and fittings. Once something is swirling motion of the vortex is there at high speed, then it will be like causing a lot of wear and tear inside the pipe walls, which is again no desirable condition, which can ultimately lead to leaks and equipment failure. So again, we are saying these vortices are not desirable. Fourth point is again related to the swirling motion. Once it is there, there can be pressure drop or increased pumping demand, which is again not a desirable condition. There may be few additional effects. These are the few things which we discussed: obstruction, entrapment, erosion, drop, pressure drop. These are the visible things, but there can be few things which may happen along with these four things: increased noise, reduced heat transfer, reduced controllability. Now increased noise, once there is formation of turbulence, this can create additional noises in the system, which is again we don't want to generate any unnecessary voices. Reduced heat treatment, these vortices can disrupt the normal heat treatment process, which will again lead to inefficiency of cooling and heating applicants. Again, we will not be able to control a lot of things. For example, vortices can make the flow in the system more difficult to control, leading to instability and unpredictable behavior, which is again are the undesirable conditions. So these are few of the effects of vortices on flow which we want to avoid. That is why we utilize the vortex breakers. We induce these systems. That means the vortex formation can have several effects on the performance and efficiency of the system, right? So which we want to avoid, and we utilize the vortex breakers to ensure the smooth and efficient operation of the system. So once we look at these effects, we can understand the importance of vortex breakers. So these were few of the effects. In next section we'll start looking at the questions and their explanations.